If you're thinking about selling your house in New Braunfels, many of you are in for a rude awakening. Today, I'm going extra hardcore on many of you sellers in New Braunfels because you're under this false reality about the New Braunfels housing market, and that just has to stop right here. Viewer discretion is advised in today's video. Today, the brutal truth for New Braunfels home sellers. If you are new here to my channel, thank you so much for hopping aboard, because every week we're putting out timely and relevant information just like this about what it's like to live in New Braunfels. Today's video is one of the most important videos I've ever done for anyone thinking about selling their house in New Braunfels. We're diving into real life examples today and real numbers to expose what many New Braunfels sellers are facing right now. And if you're thinking about selling your home, please watch this before you make any decisions. Now, if you ever work with me, what you're about to hear is exactly how I am off camera. Call any of our clients. They'll tell you I am direct, I am honest, and I do not sugarcoat things to make you feel better. That doesn't help anybody in this market. So let's set the stage with what's happening. In New Braunfels city limits, the median home price is up month over month and year over year, and that's been the case most of the year. But once you break down the data, the information, the story changes fast. In the combined market, resale plus new construction homes, prices are up 3% year over year. New construction up 6% year over year. But existing homes, the median price is down 4% year over year. And that's not a one-off. Existing homes in New Braunfels have been trending down for a while. Inventory is climbing too. We're now pushing 7 months of inventory inside city limits with existing homes, the highest we've had in a long time. What's causing this? Well, it's not rocket science. We've been talking about this on this channel the last 2 years. Builders in New Braunfels continue to offer record incentives, rate buy downs, closing cost contributions, and discounts that significantly lower a buyer's monthly payment. They do this because they have land, lots of it, and they build constantly, which means more inventory, more options, more competition. And when you combine high supply with fewer buyers than we had during the COVID rush, prices soften. Simple supply and demand. Now, some New Braunfels sellers can overcome this. If you've been in your home several years, you've likely built up some equity. You bought before the boom, before prices spiked here in New Braunfels 4 years ago, and now you can sell at a profit. 2 of our sellers right now fit that profile. Both bought several years ago, both are closing soon, and both will walk away with money in their pocket. But if you bought your home in New Braunfels 1, 2, 3 years ago, and now you have to sell right now, the brutal truth is that this market in New Braunfels does not reward overnight stays. We helped 2 client families this year who bought at or near the peak 2 or 3 years ago, and they had to sell. Unfortunately, they had to sell in a declining market and lost money on their homes. The sold comparables didn't support what they paid for their homes 2 or 3 years ago, and the comps always tell the truth, whether we like it or not. Here's the key. We don't spin the wheel. We don't play a guessing game with our clients. We don't say, hey, we hope we get X for your house. Hope is it's not a strategy. We hear sellers say this all the time. The house down the street is listed for X. And I tell sellers this all the time. That house hasn't sold yet, so it doesn't count. The only numbers that matter are the closed sales behind you. And closed sales right now are not supporting the prices sellers want, especially those who purchased a house in New Braunfels within the last 1 to 3 years. Price reductions still rule the New Braunfels housing market. Homes are taking 27 days longer to sell compared to this time last year within city limits. Even well-priced homes are sitting. We price all homes accurately from the very start at or below market value. And even then, 2 of them are still on the market. Why? Because both sellers bought at or near the top of the market. And now they need to sell after only 2 or 3 years in the house, and they just simply don't have any equity. One of them is preparing for a significant loss, and the only way they break even or make money is if mortgage rates overnight went down to plunge to 2 or 3%, like back in the day, and buyers came out of the woodwork and you had 20 offers per house and the price of the house went up, and that ship has sailed. We recently met with a prospective client who openly admitted they overpaid for their house 2 years ago, so they've only been in the house 2 years. They have to sell now, but they want to list the home $80,000 over with a recent sold comp support, not because the home is worth that, but because they want to avoid taking a loss. And I understand the emotions behind that. I truly do. Nobody wants to lose money, and nobody wants to admit that they bought maybe during the wrong time, even though at the time we didn't know we bought during the wrong time. But the market doesn't care what we want. It's brutal. It doesn't care what we want. It only cares what buyers are paying for homes right now. Now, some sellers may go to plan B and say, hey, let's just lease the house out instead. And you can do that, but just be ready for another brutal truth. But once you convert your house to an investment property, your property taxes go up, and so will your new monthly payment. And likely, New Braunfels rents will not support your new payment. Now, you can subsidize the difference every month, and that may be way better than taking a $20,000, $30,000, or $50,000 or more hit on the house, but that creates another problem. If you hold that property as a rental and you carry that payment, you may not qualify to purchase a new home anytime soon. This is a tough spot to be in. Unfortunately, this is the situation that many 1 to 3 year homeowners in New Braunfels find themselves in today. These are the brutal truths that people need to hear before moving to New Braunfels, because buyers eventually become sellers. And if you buy a house in New Braunfels and have to sell shortly after, we talked about in this video, the numbers don't lie. Real estate is a long play. So if you're thinking about moving to New Braunfels, buying a house here, or selling your house here, does this perspective, this information in today's video help you out? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you are thinking about moving to New Braunfels, buying a house here, or selling your house here, either one of those, reach out to me first. Let's have that deep conversation and understanding. I would love to be your real estate resource of choice. You can email me, you can call me, or you can shoot me a text. As always, thank you so much for coming to and watching our videos every week, and we'll see you on the next one.